awareness. Today is 419. If I was dealing with astrology, by some people's charts, today is the last day of Aries. For me, tomorrow's the last day of Aries. Even dealing with that chart stuff, again, be careful with that. And it kind of goes into this reading where somebody's question was about what I put up about my heels numerology, about the collective consciousness is a trap. That'll come up. Hopefully it does. So again, where I'm working from right now, when I do come on here is in order. What's going on, Jamal Crawford? Thank you for all your attention and likes and all the other stuff. I see you. Like I was saying, I don't come on that much anymore, but I do like to try and present the duality of perspective instead of me just blah, 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 coming out my pie hole on what my experience and my perspective is. I like to pull from tools of divination to see if it goes against or in alignment with what I'm saying. So I'll use two different things. First medium, divination of the ancients. Why? Because it's got pretty simple words on it. The other one, my cards, which are, again, if I'm the creator of the cards, then pretty much they're probably aligned with my energy. These are the Higher Perspective Oracle. These were made in the end of 2018. My level of awareness has been shifted drastically since then, but the base meaning of what these cards were, and these were channel cards, the base meaning of what I was given, even when I didn't understand them then, is kind of like where I'm leading into now. So again, for the benefit of people who is always saying that you can't understand what I'm saying, I try to help you as much as I can. Again, this is all perspective. Resonance and ignorance is your choices. But I'll give you one card from this deck, one card from this deck, and all the words from this pie hole right here. So wholeness to you all. I put up a Heels Numerology reading for tomorrow. Tomorrow is 420. In the smokers world, 420. You about to get high. Do what you do. Just be careful what you're smoking. So I'll go into the Heels Numerology. Heels Numerology for 420 2024. And I put AKA, you motherfuckers are high as fuck. And I'll try not to be too offensive before TikTok bans me again. But think about it. Turn on your news right now. You motherfuckers high as fuck. Turn on your news right now. Watch what's going on. People, again, I've been telling y'all this for years. But I've really been focusing on telling y'all since late last year what this year was going to bring. This is a year of manifestation. People are overwhelmed. Last year was a year of self-awareness. People were overwhelmed because the only thing they were aware of was their damn traumas. A lot of people only fixed or got fixated in their traumas this year. And now this year, that stuff's coming out. Yeah, they're already going to get me. I can tell you now because it says some comments in this live were filtered to protect the community's experience. Every time they do that, they ban my live. So I don't know how long this is going to go on. So I'll try and get through it. But getting to what I'm saying about how people are high, this is, some of y'all are out of your mind. Because, there you go, live age restricted. Damn, live age restricted. I'll see how long it goes. For 2024, people have bitten to their levels of psychosis. People have bitten to their overwhelm. People are living out their traumas. So the way that breaks down is balancing bad judgment that keeps manifesting. And then I put look at the breakdown. 4, 20, 24. You have the 4, which is visualization or balance. But one thing I've told y'all for about the last 6 years is balance is a trap. When you have a balance with somebody who is only out to hurt you, that's a trap. You shouldn't have balance with things that are already designed to leave you in pieces. So 4 is a trap. And then you had 2020. We all know what 2020 did. Hell, all 2019, I tried to warn people, hey, 2020 is a vision test. 2020 is a veritable judgment year in the sense of the collective consciousness. In the sense of where the collective consciousness does not want to collect itself, in 2020, you had a chance to see things. 2020 vision, you had a chance to see things for what they were. But look what happened in 2020. Everybody knows what happened in 2020. Things happened and it created another level of fear. So instead of seeing yourselves, all you saw was what was in front of you. So in 2024, we got trapped. We got trapped in the middle of what we were seeing. So for 2024, we got trapped in the vision test, the year of judgment, and the only thing we keep manifesting is the fear that they manipulated us into buying. They can go into many different things. There's different levels to this stuff. But at the end of the day, it's the individual's choice. If you keep believing everything they keep putting in front of you, it's all on you. If you keep buying everything they keep putting in front of you, turn on your television right now. If you keep believing everything they put in front of you, and this is what's going on right now, and oh my God, he's on fire, oh my God. If you keep buying everything they put in front of you, guess where your energy is already invested? Into everything they show you. But the whole problem is, and this is where I shut a lot of people up at right here, I don't give a shit whether it's real or fake. How is it helping you, and how is it helping everybody else? See, if a lot of people would look at it from that perspective, what you give your energy to does matter. If it ain't helping you, or if it ain't helping the collective as a whole, it's wasted energy. It's wasted energy. So they keep putting shit in front of us to see, and think about the beginning of this year. They keep putting shit in front of us to see, and you people keep eating it up. It keeps making you high. Distractions. Mitch syndrome. This year has been the year of Mitch. Men fussing with men talking about men. And not to get too gendered into this, but this has been a year of distractions, and we just now in April. But you know what? Don't this motherfucker feel like June already? Because energetically, they've been pulling the damn straw out of everybody's head. Nothing's getting better, shit's getting worse, but they keep lying to you about trying to keep on doing the same. So, holy sheep shit. All they had to do in 2020 was teach you a new level of fear, a new norm of containment, and the average person will seek to contain themselves. That's what people don't understand about energy. Hell, history will show you that. An enslaved, and this ain't just African enslaved, an enslaved society will only try to operate within the container of enslavement so that it does not gain too much recognition. It loses its ideology of freedom. It just wants to remain safe. Let your life tell your tale. Let your history outside of his story show you that as a truth. A person that's enslaved only wants to stay safe. Freedom becomes a condition. It's not mandatory. So 2020 showed you where we're trapped at. So let's get into the cards part before they beat me up. For 2024, you motherfuckers are high. Let's just see how high we are. This is the divination of the ancients. Just how high are we? And again, as a smoker, a high could be a good thing. But also as a smoker, if your shit is laced with what they call it around here, boont. If your shit is laced with cocaine, or you laced with something that you ain't supposed to have in your system, fentanyl and all this other stuff, that zombie drug, K-Spice or whatever this shit is, you about to have a bad trip. So just how high are we? Are we having a good trip, or are we having a bad trip? It's a gamble. And if you saw me do the cards the other day, this one came up the other day too. Dice. It's the gamble. It's the luck of the draw. For my fellow dice shooters, I can 9. But you can also 7. You can also crap out. So it's a gamble. It is essentially what I'm saying. It's how you invest your energy. How high are you depends on what you're using as your drug. But here's something for a lot of people who may not get this too. Sometimes the person using the drug is being used by the drug. What's going on, Wiseman? Sometimes it ain't the drug that you using, it's the drug that's using you. That's how you end up with withdrawals and addictions. That's how, if you've been following me for years, I told you we are under the drug called thought. It's the parasitic function of this realm. These thoughts only want your energy. So in that sense, from what I'm saying is, the drug is thinking. The drug is thinking. So the gamble of how high you are is how high are your thoughts. And this ain't no I'm high vibrational shit. This is no how high are my thoughts. Are my thoughts free and clear of all these attachments? Are my thoughts free and clear of all these conditions, or are they just full of fucking traumas? Get it? A person that's filled with trauma is 9 times out of 10 going to be more energetically strong than somebody who has nothing they're going through. Why? Because they're in a dormant state of energy. The person who ain't going through nothing, psh, I'm chill, man. You so relaxed. Don't nothing bother you. Yeah, why should it? Versus the other person, they saying something to me. Always energetically on the go. Ping, ping, ping. Holy shit. Electrons, protons, and neutrons. We can do this all day, and we can do this in many ways, but most of you are probably already lost, so I'm not going to do that to you. But you understand that? Energy only wants to be used. It only wants to be used, but is the energy being used or is the energy using you? It's a gamble. You got to roll the dice. Your life will tell your tale. That's the answer. Your life will tell your tale on how high you are. If all you're doing is running around here with paranoias, setting yourself on fire, if all you're doing is running around here watching for people to set themselves on fire, or if all you're doing is running from shit because you don't want to see nobody set themselves on fire, you see it? All that was energetic use. All of it was energetic use. But if I'm just doing me and staying in my lane and just living my life the best way I can without all these attachments, without being affected by all these conditions to the best of my ability, then holy shit, I'm only focusing on me. Wholeness. So how high are you? From the perspective of the divination of the ancients, it's really just a perspective. You got to take a gamble, which I'm gonna tell you is a trap. You don't have to take a gamble. And somebody commented on my page the other day, and I apologize for not responding to comments, but I don't keep this app on my phone, and just going in through the internet, it don't let me comment properly. So somebody said something about, you have to play the game. No, you don't. It's a choice. It's a choice. Will that make your life feel more boring? That's a choice too. That's a choice too. Me disengaging from everything that I used to always give my energy in, speaking personally, me disengaging from all that stuff allowed me to have more time to see what's going on within me. You understand that? Whereas I was already working within myself, I was working within myself in correlation to everything that was collectively connected to me. But when I pulled my energy out of that collective connection, holy shit, there was only me, plus everything that kept trying to get my energy. So then it allowed me thorough choice of where I engage versus trying to detach. Reverse thinking. So in the sense to where you're taking a gamble, which still has you playing the game, how high are you if you play that game? It's all a fucking illusion. How high are you? Emotions. It's an illusion. This is La Luna, the moon. That one thing that everybody's scared of in this realm. The moon is a satellite. It's a space base. It ain't even real. None of this shit's real. All this shit's an illusion. Why? Because this is you in separation of yourself, trying to figure out how to get yourself together by further separating yourself. You rolling the dice and seeing how far you can move away from yourself before you put yourself back together. Say that shit slowly. Think that shit over. You are going through experiences with others to find yourself, but the only thing you keep finding is you with the experience of others. Because this ain't who you are no more. This is what you can become. BECUM. Create. This is what you become. When you roll them dice and you play this game and you keep on moving, you are moving away from the reality of yourself and investing into the illusion of what could potentially be there so that you can now make it real. Rule number 1 is, inside of an illusion, there is no reality. It's just what the fuck you accept. Sorry if that hurts your feeling. Inside of an illusion, there is no reality. It's just what you accept as your truth. Santa Claus. So, getting past that 420, how high you are, your dice, and these illusions. That'll tell you how high you are. Both of them denote struggle mind, to be fair. Both of them denote a struggle mind because if I'm using my illusions as the basis for reality, they are going to tell me how to move. You get it? So bonus card. If I keep investing in all these illusions that told me to keep on moving, holy shit, 2020, just believe in fear. So now everything I do includes fear. So now everything that moves me already includes fear. So if the only thing moving me is fear, what's my master? Oops. Damn, Lilith. You don't even get to choose you. You keep choosing your overwhelm. You keep choosing your overwhelm. So high are you? How high are you? Depends on your level of overwhelm. Next, 4442. If you break down the numbers in 2024, you can get 4442. Trapped in the balance. 3 4s, trap. 4, balance. But balance is a trap. So I'm trapped in the balance of the trap. And then 2 is multiple things. 2 is what I'm connected to. What I'm connected to is also what I know. What I know is also what I reflect on. What I reflect on is also what I project towards others. What's all that shit? Knowledge. Your level of intelligence. So 2 is your level of intelligence, aka knowledge. So if 444 shows you 2, if I'm trapped in the balance of what's already got me trapped, that's the only thing I know. Holy shit, didn't I say that a few minutes ago? A slave that's already inside the system of containment ain't worried about getting free, is just trying to stay safe so it don't fall apart. If you already trapped in what you know, but what you know is what's trapping you, and the only thing you keep pulling from is what you know, that's called the definition of insanity. That is called the definition of insanity, when everything I know only keeps getting me trapped, but everything I do already includes what's got me trapped. Gee, Yogi, 4442. You caught in the trap. Trapped in the balance of what you think you know, and the only thing many reflect on and project from. When you reflect on the same shit that got you trapped, and the only thing that come out your pie hole is the shit that got you trapped, you are now your own master. You're your own master of your own enslavement. When you know the doctrine of what got you enslaved more than you know the doctrine of what was you before you were free, runes in reverse. Same cards that came up from the other day. This says perception. What's runes? Knowledge. For those of y'all that understand the Futhark runes, the Elder Futhark, dealing in Norse mythology and things like that, Odin went to the world tree, Yggdrasil, and went down to get the runes because the runes had all the knowledge of the universe. Everything he needed to know was in the runes. Still had to move. So if everything you need to know is already within, but you keep going out here into the trap trying to find it, 2 things. The answer was it's already inside of you. The problem is something tried to trap you from going within. The spiritual journey is within, but girl, I'm in a spiritual war. No, man, see, what you got to understand is they hid this, that, and the other. Well, but wait a minute. If all this shit is just a manifestation of where they got me trapped, why do I keep paying attention to what I think is real here when all this shit is just really making me think about it, and I ain't done no work on myself? All the knowledge is within, but I'm going to get out here and figure out what's going on around me and invest in it. Psychosis. It's a fucking psychosis. Schizophrenia. So 4442, you trapped in the balance of what you think, but you thinking about what's already got you trapped, and it's taking you away from knowledge of self. It's taking you away from awareness of self, and it's giving you knowledge of everything that you can go through. But if you were here a few minutes ago, I told you the whole basis of the thought is to make you become. The thought only wants your energy so that it can help you create an experience. So in you investing in what you think, you now help create it. But holy shit, it's all an illusion. So what are you further creating? An illusion, but you'll keep calling it real. Why? Just how high are you? You're only as high as the trap will allow you to go. You understand that? Trap a spider. Notice how some of them will try and climb to the top, and then others will sit there. That one that's trying to climb to the top is trying to think its way out because it wants to be free. It wants to learn the contents of what's contained it. Think about those words. It wants to learn the contents of what contained it so that it can possibly use it to set itself free. But it becomes content in learning the contents of its own trap. You understand that? Probably not, but I'll try and help you. If somebody teaches you something to make you dumb, we'll just use that. If somebody teaches you something to make you dumb, and then you only spend your whole life trying to learn that which they taught you so that you can now remember what was there, you become conditioned to what they wanted you to know. You become conditioned to what they wanted you to know, so much to the point to where you lose your reality of yourself and you become emotionally invested to what they wanted you to see. So you become trapped in what you think you know, but what you think you know, my dear Jedi mind trick, was that what you should not have known at all. Was that what you should not have known at all. You are now starring in your own separation. You are now starring, 17, the star card, in your own separation, and it ain't going to show you enough. Scarcity. If you know anything about the Abeji, there's some trickery there too. What is Tahinde and Code. I can't remember their names. I kind of got out of all that stuff. But one twin, the elder twin, sends the younger twin out first. In that ideology, the younger twin is the first one born because the elder twin wants the younger one to go out to make sure it's safe. So there's already division within self. You in your womb with your brother or your sister, and you be like, yo, man, go out there and make sure it's safe. So you're going to sacrifice a part of yourself to make sure it's safe out there, which means you ain't already have safety within here. And that's how a lot of people operate. You don't have safety within here, and then you try and get into alignment with things out here that you deem to be safe, or you're going to take a chance on becoming safe. But it's got to start in here. It's got to start in here. Let that apply to your relationships. Let that apply to everything. If you're not safe in here and you get into a relationship with somebody who you think is safe, you're going to not only taint the whole situation, but you're going to probably taint them too. That's why it's important for you to have self-work before you get into these major relationships and shit. So you didn't see yourself as enough, and holy shit, I'm the creator. I'm going to create and become everything that I keep projecting. So what was the whole thing? I didn't know my own plentifulness. I didn't see myself as enough. So I'm going to split myself out and try and become more. But you already told yourself you wasn't enough. But who told you wasn't enough? Everything I got taught. Hi, this is the realm of scarcity. This is scarcity consciousness. This is the realm of poverty. Amongst all this plentifulness in this realm, we exist in poverty. Why? Because we buy into the ideology that we have to struggle. That is that 1 and 7. You potentially don't know who you are, and you're just trying to find the safest thing to, holy shit, become. BECUM, but you get nutted on. Sorry. So 442, you trapped in the balance of what you keep creating, only you don't know you the creator, and you ain't no one to come save you. Next, 662. Self-sabotage by the connections. The collective consciousness is a trap. When you get to that point in your journey and you start working on wholeness, within wholeness, there can be no separation, or wholeness has already been negated. You can argue with your mama all day long about that. Within wholeness, there can be no separation. Within the collective consciousness, there can be connection. But I already tell you what connection was. Connection is what you think you know, or what you think you can become. So in reality, 662 is, if I am a whole being, but I'm focusing on what's going to separate me, I've already lost my wholeness. If I am a whole being, but I'm paying attention to what can separate me, I already separated myself. That's called doubt. So cosmically, 662, self-sabotage by connections, it comes from doubt. It comes from doubt. Orthomancy, the omens, what you are seeing, the signs you are seeing when you look in the window, when you look in the window of life. But what's outside of you? Nothing until I create it. And that's a hard concept for a lower functioning mind. No disrespect, but all disrespect intended. A lower functioning mind cannot wrap its mind around wholeness because it is too hell bent on trying to maximize separation. It is like trying to teach a child the alphabet, and they are hell bent on putting B before A. B A, no baby, A B, no B A. Hell bent, and you can't take away from them. Why? Because that's their level of fucking learning. A lot of people's level of learning has only got you looking out here into the windows of where your soul has been sold into. So let your life tell your tale on that. You keep self-sabotaging yourself because you are connected to what's already got you collectively in a trap. And I don't mean to say you, I mean to say we. Because if we're sitting here having this conversation, that means even in the ideology of working on wholeness, wholeness cannot be achieved as long as there's more than one. As long as there's more than one, you don't have wholeness. When everybody move as one, then you can have the ideology of wholeness, even if it ain't wholeness itself. But in that sense, the collective consciousness will have at least collected itself enough to function in unity. So if you're going to trick yourself and not give yourself wholeness, you better learn fucking unity. Because right now, collectively, we are disconnected as fuck and performing like children. So 66-2, self-sabotage by what I think I know. Self-sabotage by what I think I know. Bad judgment. There is something else hidden. There is something else hidden. You have been hidden from what you're supposed to be seeing because you're too busy looking outside. That came up in this reading at least 6 times. Instead of paying attention to what's going on within you, you are easily influenced and affected by everything going around you. Oh my God, he set himself on fire. 14, temperance. Tempered. To be made into use. You temper steel. You mold it into where it's safe to be used. 662, if you look at 420, 2024, 4 plus 2, the 4 and the 4, and the 2 from the 20, that's 6. And then in 24, you have 2 plus 4, 6. And then the only thing you have left over is a 2. This is integrated dissection numerology. This is not basic ass mathematics. And that's not me trying to be funny to you. I'm just telling you. My level of numerology does not function on just standard shit. I deal with vibrations, not knowledge. People think they have an understanding of what numbers is. You have to break down things. Just like how people tell you in numerology, you can break down your numbers and make a life path. The same way you can make a life path, you can dissect the life path and turn it into a vibrational field of sequencing. And for me, and I've said this for years, that's how this universe speaks to you, in vibrations and sequences. You can break down astrology and all this other shit and give it fancy words, but at the end of the day, the vibrations is gonna never fucking leave. Them vibrations is gonna tell the tale. So getting back into 14, if you add the numbers from the 662, 6 plus 6 is 12, plus 2, 14. 14 is the temperance card. But 14 is also 1 and 4. 1, potential. 4, the trap. Potentially it's a trap. Why? Because you're being tempered. You're being molded into what wants you to move. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 is movement. So if I'm being tempered into being told how to move, holy shit, see 2020 again. If I'm being told how to move, what to think, what to be scared of, what to say, what not to say, you can go further in 2020, but 2020 was the damn vision test. If I'm being told what to say, what to think, what to do, and to being told what to watch, am I in charge or am I enslaved? That'll hurt some people's feelings. Are you really in charge? Are you really free? Or are you just enslaved? Or are you just conditioned? I use that word. Enslaved hurts people's feelings. Are you conditioned to just pay attention to what they keep showing? When what they keep showing is designed to collectively keep you connected to being pulled apart. See, it's a collective consciousness, and we hit a paradigm shift, and things are getting better, and then we're going to have a new nirvana that comes from us doing nothing but more of the same, allowing the same people to keep putting us in states of poverty, but we going to get an upgrade. You damn right you're going to get an upgrade. You're going to get an upgrade in the conditions that you keep on manifesting. Let your life tell your tale. Ever since 2018, shit's been falling apart. Tried to warn y'all back then. Universally, we had a timeline convergence at the end of 2018. Some shit that most people don't understand. Within the universal level of spirituality, not this bullshit that y'all have in this realm, but on levels of dealing with different levels of existence, there was a timeline convergence, and each timeline had a choice. Manifest something that flows better, or stay under the manipulation wave of something that will just keep it safe. Guess which one we chose? Safe yet? So 14, you've been tempered into trying to find safety, but holy shit, been paying attention to anything I told you. The collective consciousness is a trap. Why? Because you have to have safety within yourself before you think you're going to have safety in a bunch of other motherfuckers who ain't safe within themselves either. So that's why the collective consciousness is a trap, because it's designed to keep you in separation. Black cat in reverse. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. It's designed to keep you demonized. Think about that. Think about it. In normal society, black cats are seen as evil. So this is to keep you demonized within yourself. You don't even know your own history. So good luck with finding it by believing what somebody else told you it is, or what you think you uncovered. When the whole trick was, none of this shit's real. I don't give a fuck if Africa was in Asia and Egypt was up your mama's butthole, to be honest with you. How's it changing you? How's it changing any of us? It's only making you collectively more dumb by thinking that you now know something different. But you ain't done a damn thing to make a change. So, good luck with that. So, you've been tempered into moving into everything that's designed to keep you torn apart, which means, yeah, you collectively consciousness of everything designed to put your ass to sleep. But why is it designed to put us to sleep? Before I pull this card, why is it designed to put us to sleep? Because as long as you are asleep and investing in what it tells you to do, says the thoughts, you won't think for yourself. Oops. You won't think for yourself. You're already in danger. The tower is already under trauma, which means you become Kali Ma energy. Kali Ma is a force of destruction. She is destruction incarnate. You want to tear some shit up? Call on Kali. Cream, Kali, Namaha, and all that good shit. You want to move some shit out the way destructively? Kali's here for it. But holy shit, but wait a minute, this is the tower. Where's Kali at? Within. But what are they trying to get me to do? Move outside of myself? Why? Because the only way I'm going to be safe in here is if I destroy all this out there. Psst. Nope. You got to figure out why you keep burning yourself in here and manifesting situations that allow it to become the only thing you connect to. Go vote. Vote for your goddamn self. Or keep voting for the shit show that we keep on seeing. You keep ordering it. Hi, I like to order a large plate of destruction because I ain't ready to cook for myself. Duh. 1 and 6, 7. Holy shit, 2023 was a 7. I'm aware of who I am now because, see, I realize what my traumas is, and I'm working through my traumas. You damn right, you working through your traumas. Guess who got all your energy? Your traumas. Instead of realizing my traumas and understanding that I need to work for me and not them, or else I'm just trauma. Collectively connected to everything designed to pull me apart. Collective consciousness. Sleep as fuck. Only going off of the main thought programming. And what's the main thought programming inside of us all? Destruction. Destruction. So, 1-4, you've been tempered into patiently waiting on external help while internally manifesting all this turmoil. Basically based off of thought, subscription, and belief. The belief that I'm in danger within myself manifests the capacity to experience outside of you. Do you get that? Thought subscription. That which you've been taught to believe will become the reality you create in an illusion. Oops. Knowledge. That book that you keep writing will become the only thing that you read from. It'll become the only thing you know. But who wrote the book? I did. What was your criteria? Where'd you get your content from? Everything I went through. But why are you going through so much? Because that's the way you have to live. No, That's the way you've been taught to live. The way you live is you stop fucking surviving by creating so much for you to go through and sit your punk ass down and be still. Sit your punk ass down and be still. Holy shit, it's another 7:25. Get your fires back. The fire is within. This is the queen of fire. The influence over what has my energy is the most important thing in this realm. Why? Because that too, what I'm connected to, is what's going to be what's moving me. But if I don't own my own fires, anything can make me move. And it'll become who I think I am, which is a fucking trick. Now you from everywhere except from where you really are from. And then even where you think you from ain't where you from. Because it's all just ideas of separation designed to give you an identity to invest in so that you keep on creating experiences to verify it. Take your time with that one. Why? 5. The most important thing with this 2-5 is that 5. Because what you think you know, like I said at the beginning, will be how you move. What I think I know is how I move. 1 plus 4, that last number we did, 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 by tarot is the Hierophant. If you looked up the Hierophant is the person who already knows everything. He already knows everything. He's the apostolic figure. Tie that into the Vatican. Them motherfuckers already know everything that's going on around here because they've stolen shit from everything else and concocted more shit to teach everybody else to help keep creating. Burn the books. But then we won't be able to tell what's real and what's fake. We know. They'll just have to believe. And once they believe, they'll be living it and become it. Nutting on themselves the whole way. Because then they'll fight over what's real and what ain't real. And America is Egypt. And we was here 9 million years before everybody else. And no, you come from a cave. And no, you're a monkey. And blah, 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 blah. But ain't none of that shit help none of you. And the motherfucking thoughts still sitting right there with a buffet. Keep thinking, you idiots. Collectively connected. Ooh, you taste delicious. Keep on moving. Because until you sit your punk ass down and be still, who tricked you? What influenced you? But did they influence you, or were you just not enough for yourself? You understand that? As a parent, don't we tell our children that if that motherfucker jump off the bridge, are you gonna do it too? And the kids be like, hell no, I'm not gonna do that because you taught me better. A lot of you adults need that fucking conversation. Just because they looking up that shit and believing in that shit, do that mean you need to do it too? Put it down. No, but it makes me feel good. No, it makes your traumas feel good. Because you are seeking to something to connect to. Because holy shit, you still hidden from yourself. Which means you done been tricked into giving up your fires. Which means the only thing you doing is ordering your own destruction because you don't see yourself as enough. And now your motherfucking ass is in overwhelm, my dear Lilith. You gonna choose between the knife and the gun and both of them gonna get you killed. Which means, oops. Emotionally, you ain't real. You ain't real. You just real invested in what's designed. Come on with me. You just real invested into what's designed to make you, roll the dice and take a gamble using your good luck, your energy. That's your good luck, your energy. Gonna take your energy from you and teach you what you need to know based off of the perception of what you think you're seeing. Because the signs that I keep seeing, my NATO gonna tell me next week that there's a solar eclipse and I can't go outside because Leo might slap Virgo. And what you think you know got your ass like a page in the motherfucking book. Your story already written because you won't write that motherfucker for yourself. Which means that Hierophant, that 5, can tell you which way to go. 5. Movement already has projected potential outcomes. The outcomes require you, me, us to just come on in and provide the energy. Everything I just got through saying. Again, I've used this example before. Oh, God, I think the name of the movie was Next. It was that Nicolas Cage movie when he had that power. He could walk down the timelines. Hi, you might want to go back and pay attention to your 2018. You might want to pay attention to your 2018 up until March of 2019. That was the timeline convergence in my experience. So during that period of movement, you might want to pay attention to how things started to feel off flow, but not to go too deep down to that. Like I was saying with this Nicolas Cage movie, I think it was called Next. He could go down to different timelines and already see the outcome. They had him looking for this nuclear device, and he went down like 40 different time corridors and figured out which one was the safest one for him to take out the bad guys and get to the bomb and save the girl. You understand that? And when he went down some of them timelines, he didn't make it. So when he realized that timeline was not a good one, he didn't invest in it. But you know what that's called? Awareness. But when all you do is think you know, and then somebody can keep placing bullshit in front of you for you to know, you'll never see. All your timelines have already been streamlined, and then all the time owns you. It's no longer, this is my energy, real time. It's time is, this is how you're going to move. Give me your energy. Awareness is the key. Awareness is the key. In the sense to where we are playing out the thought form of a collective consciousness, some parts of the collective consciousness will have to learn to collect itself so that the other parts stop pulling itself apart. That's the simplest way I can put that. It is no difference in what you heard me say. We're basically functioning like spiritual aids, like an autoimmune disease. Somebody got to be the white blood cells, and the rest of you motherfuckers can be sickle or whatever it is. HIV, whatever. You understand what I'm saying? And that's no disrespect to anybody, but that's just the way the human body works. That's the same way this collective consciousness functions. There are some parts of the collective consciousness that has no desire to collect itself. It only wants fruition on what it has invested in. And if it has invested in a psychosis, if it has invested in sickness, like society shows you, if it is invested in something that is destructive to itself, if the other part of the collective consciousness does not rein it in or separate from it, nobody holds itself together. Everybody moves. But you will move by the mass majority. Within a cell, if you put a cup of water in there, some of the molecules don't get to go that way and separate. They still got to follow the whole goddamn flow. Even when they're saying, no, let's go this way. No, sorry. We want to go this way, so you got to come too. Same way we function. So 5 says your potential has already been taken from you. All we need you to do is come in. But like I was using with the example, with the 5 already knows all possible and probable outcomes. It just cannot verify them until it gets your energy. You understand that? So 5 is investment. You become the movement. So here's the investment. Coins. The abundance. It has no coins and it does not have any abundance. The 5 itself, the movement, think about it. We're gonna have a 1,000,000-man march. But if only one person show up, is it a fucking march? Your thoughts are the same way. Your thought says, give me your energy. We need the masses, getting back to 2020, we need the masses to invest in what we want you to see. And people like me came on at the beginning of 2020, hey, they about to do some fuck shit. Don't invest in it because you'll help manifest it. Go back to 2019. You'll see motherfuckers like me saying, 2020, they've already told us. Things that people like us deal with, also cultists, so to speak. Things already said, hey, watch your 2020. Dumb motherfuckers gonna pull the okie doke on you and your realm is gonna go crazy. And holy sheep shit, we still crazy. We still high as fuck. Why? Because there was no abundance of energy being collected. You don't even want to go there. You better deal with 2024 first. Not even trying to be funny. And that's not a fear monger. That is a manifestation monger. As 2024 being a field of manifestation, you better not invest in 2025 until you perfect 2024. I try to warn people about that 2023. Don't take them traumas. The Phoenix Firewheel Grid, you'll see me post every now and then. That I kept trying to give people a format to get out of their traumas because the traumas you carried in 2023 manifest in 2024. That is why you see motherfuckers going crazy. because they kept trying to make sense of what they should have been letting go of, and it now permeated their energetic field. Shit that has been hidden. Where'd it go? Shit that has been hidden within people's energy can't hide anymore because the manifestation energies are at their peak. So if you focus on where manifestation is going to go without properly understanding what you're manifesting, you're only going to manifest another 2024. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to stay in the present and make sure that your 2024 does not contain 2023, 2022, 2021, 2019, 2018, so on and so forth. You have to make sure that you stay present and stop building from traumatic past. And again, I've been saying for years, traumas are double-ended. Traumas are good things that happen versus bad things that happen. Both of them are traumas. You can't operate out of traumas because then that is those thoughts that said we already have a blueprint for how you're going to move because we already have an ideology of what you'll respond to. That is the trick of a thought. If a thought can get you to go down avenues that you already have been known to travel on, the Akashic lie, if it can take you down the Akashic lie of thinking that you have to perfect past movements by recorrecting those movements so that your next movement is better, you're in a cyclic fucking loop. You are in a phoenix cycle. Your Akashic bullshit lie is a phoenix cycle because here's the challenge. If that book is right, those Akashic books is going to tell you how to get to your end, how the fuck it know it got to the end before I get there? See this reading. Because potentially every damn outcome is already been manifested. It's just which one you're going to move down. This one already said you have the choice. The coins, the abundance of what you can invest in is already here. It's an empty bank account. Side note, if everybody take their money out of the bank, can a bank keep using us? No. But what? Fear will never let it happen. Your thoughts are a bank. The abundance could be there if we can get you motherfuckers to keep opening accounts. Creating. Here is the duality of the creator. If the creator keeps investing into what the thoughts wanted to keep moving into, the no-no route, the collective consciousness, Akashic route, if everybody keeps buying into this journey of thinking that you got to go through something to get somewhere, you're going to go through something to get somewhere. 3, the thoughts only replicate. The 3s only become everything, and you become the genie. And if you don't know anything about goddamn genie, a genie is one of the strongest things in the universe, but it can't set itself free. Why? Because it's bound to its master. What's its master? Its thoughts. If the thoughts can get you to invest your energy into the abundance of options that you can do, create collectively, then the consciousness stays asleep and stay bound to the experiences they keep going through. But what happens if the collective consciousness now starts to work on wholeness and dispels this ideology that we all have to do this together? I just need to do this for me. What happens when you start doing shit for yourself? You start to see where you were your own fucking devil. You see what happened here? 3 plus 3 is what? 6. 1 plus 5 is what? 6. Remember that 66 I told you about? You get to see the self-sabotage. You get to see to where, holy shit, I was my own fucking devil. This is the dragon. I represent dragons. So in my card, I use the dragon for the devil because historically, if you look up old Christian or Catholic art, you'll see Archangel Michael with his sword on the neck of a dragon. The dragon represented knowledge. The church represented suppression of knowledge. So the symbology behind Archangel Michael stabbing the dragon was getting rid of everything that people knew so we can now tell you motherfuckers what to think. Oops. Art imitates life all fucking day long. But like I'm saying, here's your 66. 6 in my number system is traumas. 66 is wherever I go, I'm traumatized. If wherever you go, you're traumatized, you are 66. Self-sabotage. So last card I'll use, and we'll use the divination of the ancients. The whole thing is, and here's another thing too, 6 plus 6 is 12. It's the ritual, the hangman, what you're hung up on. 1 plus 2, that 12 is 3. What you're hung up on? Them thoughts that got you enslaved. But why do it have me enslaved? Because I won't set myself free. Because I won't set myself free. The tea leaves, foresight, awareness, foresight. Go back to the movie Next. If I sit my punk ass down and be still, Nicolas Cage, and I see which one of these timelines that I'm moving down gonna get me fucked up before I just go down and see, you gotta go through something to see what is gonna be there. Nope, that's ignorant. That is new age, false fucking enlightenment. You have to go through an experience so that you can gain from the experience. Holy shit, now you're bound to the experience. And the only person that bound you to the experience is the fact that you like harming yourself. Self-sabotage. Why? Because if you had enough foresight not to get into that car that's going to have a wreck, you might still be alive. Instead of just sitting here trying to survive. Oops. So on 420, how high are you? Just say no. Just say no to enslavement. That 2 + 7. Stop connecting to who you think you are. If who you think you are is only based off of what you think you know, but yet that what you think you know is not that what you really see. It's all fucking perspective. And at the end of the day, it's all a goddamn illusion. When are you motherfuckers gonna be real? Wholeness.